Well, the YouTube table site here, and I want to do a video due to a comment that was brought to my attention, and this is going into the case of Soo-Ya Kim. I believe she was a college student of some sort, and I swear to God, man, the more and more you go about finding out about college students and a lot of them being murdered, it just leaves you baffled and insane to think insane that it's just like what's really going on at the colleges. But someone that is as devoted in this case as others are, as so is into the Delphi murders, or as I am into the Taj Narbonne case, to the fact of people that are, I mean, if you're into a case and you're out there constantly on it, or even if you're in the Maura Murray case, whatever the case may be, someone always digs deep and finds good stuff. And it could be a good possibility that Soo-Ya Kim could have been murdered by a serial killer from Germany, which, you know, sometimes, you know, serial killers ain't just got to be around in your neighborhood or your state or your city. Take a look at Jack the Ripper, all out in the streets of London, but yet it could have been a man right here from the United States, born and raised. But when you got people literally traveling back and forth from different countries, that even makes it more deranged and make you wonder about any case that could have happened, and would it have been from, say so, a person from another country. And this guy here, I'll get to his name in a minute, I think I have it saved, but in a comment, 3 or 4 comments, I want to thank the person from, of course, you know, highly appreciate checking out my videos, hopefully a new fan, and I will keep getting some, you know, information from this person on cases, especially this one, because they do, like I say, seem to be very interested and intrigued into this case, which, who ain't into a good mystery or a murder? Because I'll tell you, that is, you know, one of the top things trending these days is, of course, true crime. Why it infatuates everybody is beyond me. But, of course, just as like me as a small child, I dug deep and loved to get into good mystery. If it wasn't Nancy Drew mysteries, to Sherlock Holmes, to the Hardy Boys mysteries, all old school, up until, hey, Scooby-Doo. You know, you gotta give credit where credit's due for someone coming out with a great cartoon like that and solving mysteries. And people say back in the day, don't you watch that TV, it's gonna brainwash, it's gonna ruin your mind, even today. But I mean, I would say more or less today's TV's a little bit out of sorts and junk. But back in my day, folks, there was nothing like a good TV show to sit down to and watch and get a little educational learning out of it. And a lot of these mystery books that I used to read or watch on TV always got me thinking, who done it? Who friggin' done it? But of course, it only takes a good damn detective. Takes that think like a killer to get your killer. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully one day something will come about and I'll catch someone. Or my thoughts, theories, and ideas will lead someone to think of something that had not been done yet. Maybe come across something that was missed. And damn, there you go. Get a little credit for something where credit's due. Especially when I've done the Maura Murray case. And I said something that the police knew that never released to the public. But of course, with all my videos that I have on that case, I would not be able to... I have a few ideas of what it could be, but I still got to get in touch with that person to see if anything new came up, or even if that was a legit person. I could have been talking to the killers themselves. But all I can say, folks, is sometimes I get a good glimpse, or people get a good glimpse of my channel, and I have stirred up some stuff and watched stuff get deleted because someone telling me you better stop doing what you're doing. Or what? Or what? What will you do to me? Ha! Better bring an army with you. 'Cause I always like to be prepared in defense. I'm very well into prepared of defense. Yeah. But anyways, enough of me. My ugly puss. So we move on to this gentleman, which I can't even call a gentleman, because the piece of crap has probably murdered 20 women. Raped, strangled, whatever. Claimed that he'll murder her. As you can see, he's a German guy with some, I could say some good looks. Especially back in the heyday of his time. But due to a bad childhood, violent father, who knows what else, ran through his family genes, he became a serial killer. And there is one case they say that he is, acquitted to, but lack of evidence. And that's the thing with these people, man. And I can tell you right now, in these pictures, I don't know. In these pictures, kind of remind me of Jeffrey Dahmer. Especially when I thought, yeah, there he is. Let's say he's got glasses somewhere. That one almost looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. If you've seen his face, and if you look at this man at a glimpse, Jeffrey Dahmer comes to mind. Now, whether or not he knew about Jeffrey Dahmer, or let alone, who knows. But he is supposedly had an accomplice, and that accomplice was his little brother. Which, of course, that guy ain't speaking a word of his brother, even though this guy got caught up in a traffic accident. And they were on to him about some murders, is right. And a little sissy dirtbag took the cheap way out and killed himself in the jail cell. But I can tell you right now, by looking at this man, his dead gloss look in his eye, he looks like the type of guy that's low self-esteem about himself. And I would say, even though, in the other picture he looked kind of good looking, you look at him in these pictures, he looks kind of dorky. Something about I wonder if the women kind of, shied him away or something. Yeah, okay, buddy. You can walk on by and give him a little snug of the snottiness of this nose in the air. And he probably didn't like that. I mean, I could probably say that's probably up before he got caught, up and before his time of his suicide. But I mean, in this picture, hey, he's got the old friendly looking dog look, smiling, looks happy, looks like a normal man here. But of course, you can't take normalness in how it looks, because that ain't what the case is behind a sick, demented, psychotic mind. They can look as glorious and glamorous as anybody could think and see. But deep in them eyes and them sockets, right, you got this staring at you. Dead looking glaze. So, I'm not surprised this guy ended up murdering women. Especially the childhood he supposedly was brought up in, and then you got these pictures, of course, thinking he's Mr. Sexy Man, and there he is in his vehicle, and it was brought to my attention that this guy could have rightfully traveled back and forth from the Germany to the U.S., and this is another thing to think about serial killers and coming from across seas. Because if they got a lot of money and they can do this kind of stuff, well, hey, then they can do it. And then you got to think about, and then in this case, there was supposedly, misleading license plates. And of course, if you're from a foreign country or you put on foreign plates, or if you so happen to have, say, like Cannonball Run, when Roger Moore shows up in his little trickster car, Cannonball Run. Recommend that movie all day for a great comedy and a bust out laughing moment. But in that movie, he does have a plate, man, that changes literally in the bumper of the car. So I can just imagine how many people, or even if that movie knew of that kind of stuff that people did, or something leaked out that someone rich had it, changing them license plates out like that, and they flip over to the next one. Whatever the case may be, I gotta get off that picture before I make myself sick. I'm in his Speedos. But you get this dead stare glare at the person, and thinking, he's wearing all these expensive suits, had that expensive car he's standing by, and that's right, people with a little bit of money, and if they want to do something destructive or come to mind, if I'm rich, which there is a case that I cannot even speak about, but I can say this. The case is supposedly about a rich man, and it ain't this one, but what I was told from somebody, and like I said, I have to take this to the grave, that person was so rich and wealthy, they got bored with themselves and did something unnatural, unhuman, and, got away with it, because they were rich. It's like O.J. Simpson, rich, get away with it. Had 10,000 pieces of evidence on that guy, and they still couldn't convict him. Just because the gloves he wore that were too small? Yeah, damn well that monkey big head friggin' put them gloves on just to, alter the crime scene. But, lack of evidence. It's sick. It's sick. And this guy right here, man, he was just gonna be getting caught, but other cases, pretty much lack of evidence. And for to think that he could have came here to rich colleges like Yasu Kim and wanting to, pick up on them little college girls. How many more did he do? How many more do we know of? And the description that the person in the comments says very highly, comes to be this man in the sketch. I'm going to have to go back on this and bring up the sketch to do my own face comparison, but I got some good pictures here. And when I do find that sketch again and get deep into this case, check out what they're saying, I'm sure I will find some similarities. So with that being said, folks, this one ain't over yet. Checking out some stuff on this guy. I also did type in of how rich this guy was, or how much money did he make, to see if it would come up to have this kind of money to keep coming back to the U.S. and back and forth. And, you know, maybe he was just selling cars here. Maybe that's what he was doing, selling cars, foreign cars, and making big bucks. So, you know, he could travel and murder. That's a thought right there. But nothing is said into this case. These are just thoughts, theories, ideas, folks. And if you think about it, if you're bringing foreign cars back to this country, you can make a big mint off of that. So if that's what he was doing, just to get back and forth and using that, there you go. But can you go and get the squirrels? Little interruption there. Yeah. But anyways, that's just something to think about, of course. Them thoughts, theories, ideas. That's so what he was doing, selling vehicles just to get back and forth. That would explain highly of him getting away with murders and driving around in cars and not getting caught. Perfect way to do things. And, you know, there are sick, demented people like that, just like how they say the Candy Man, how he killed, giving out boys and men candy. You want to look that guy up if anybody don't know about that guy, but that guy's a sick, demented POS too. So, I mean, with all that being said. So anyways, as I was saying, you know, just thinking about people and how they did things back in the day, say so, like the Candyman, like John Wayne Gacy, all had a prop, all had some type of thing to murder. And this guy could have been selling exotic cars, you know, to murder, or just get his kicks off. Whatever the case may be, you know, think about it. Driving back and forth from the United States, and that would be the best money-making job, you know, to make the trips back and forth to come here. And what better way to commit a murder? Because if you get to sell a car or get a car to bring back, just say so, or just even hike on a plane, you know, or trade cars. The murder cars here, he's got a new car to bring home, he can murder there and then come back and do the same thing. Boom, boom. Make the money, make the dough. So, just thoughts, theories, ideas, folks. That's not, you know, the truth. But something to think about people like this. People like this. Could he have killed Ya Soo Young? Or Soo Shu Kim? Ya Soo Kim, sorry. Got Young stuck in my head. You know, could be a possibility. But it's too bad they don't dig up her DNA and check his DNA and see if something is a match. That right there, folks, should be done. I don't know what has yet been done yet, but that would explain everything. That would explain a lot. Until the next video, be safe, take care, always beware. Out.